Hi everyone, Dr. Plays here, back with some more West of Loathing for our Sassy Sundays, and we're going to continue with Garfield and his adventures. So, last time when we were playing, we did some more gang gathering and capturing and stuff up in the north of the map, around the abandoned pickle factory, etc. And we're going to carry on, and we're going to do some other things as well. Now, a couple of people have been contacting me saying I should just travel the map and deal with whatever comes up. I will do eventually. I know that the railroad camp is probably the last thing I want to do, or at least for the moment. So I've got a few things I want to do here, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head to this fort over here, Fort All Dead, because why not? Right, you see a wagon broken down by the side of the road. Well, if we're being honest, it's getting attacked by horrible monsters. It's probably more likely that what happened than a simple mechanical failure. You dismount and investigate. Okay, well, I've actually just seen we can't do that because we've got it safe cracking. Let's carry on. Okay, Fort All Dead. So, there's no flag. Let's go see what Susie has to say. Weird. Sounds like soldiers marching in there, but no voices. Yeah, you'd expect to hear a hup 2, 3, 4 at least. Maybe it's that guy's day off. Or maybe he lost his voice from shouting too much. Maybe he got his voice shot off in the war. What do you think we should do next? Let's say that one. Oh, okay, that was it. That ended that conversation. Okay. Nothing else over there. Let's go in here. Okay. Can I go up here? You climb up to the watchtower and take a look around. Nice view from up here. Use your binoculars. You've got the lost Dutch oven mine. Ugh. Okay. You don't seem to notice you. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Pardon me. Strategy. Okay, it's a giant map of the region, which I can't actually see anything on. Table's a little model of the region on. There's toilets. Flush handle is missing. 3 XP. Right, so I've got to find a flush handle somewhere. No force in the universe. Hey! This place is just decorative. Let's go to the barracks. Okay. Got a chemical bullet and some smelling salts. Full canteen of some smelling salts. Lockpick. Okay. Needles. That's good. Oh, that one was already open. This one only contains important military air. The footlock is still locked. Okay. We've got some quite good stuff there. That's good. Okay. Okay, lots of disgusting stuff, I'm guessing. Okay, fine, we'll leave that. Can't do anything with those. Let's go back out then. Some cannons. A bin. Let's dig through it. No way, not without some stench resistance. Okay, have I got anything that gives me stench resistance? Stench resistance. Goes in my offhand, so that goes in the hand with the red hot poker in it. Nope. Okay, it did not. I've got an old patrol cap. Let's just have a quick check. +3 pistol attack damage. I have a pistol. Or the barely enchanted attack, which is +1 mysticality. Now I'm going to take the patrol cap, patrol cap even, because I think pistol attack damage is going to do me better. What did I have in my hand before? Can of infinite beans. Ooh. +1 spell damage, so I'll get that back. +1 muscle and +1 moxie. +3, yeah, I think it might be that one actually. Yeah, if I take that one, I think that'll be better for me. Okay, that doesn't look great. Okay, let's look inside the knapsack. We've got a robe receipt. Interesting. It's also an evil looking leather-bound tome. An introductory Nex-Mex. Let's read it. Last thing is a little diary. Blah, 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 blah. It seems to have been written by one of the necromancer's cultists. He and several others were reanimating the dead soldiers here, on the theory that the best undead army would be a literal undead army. The hitch in the plan came when they raised the officers, who decided they weren't going to take orders from a bunch of weirdo civilians. The last entry suggests the author and his cohorts were planning on abandoning their station and reporting back to the necromancer, but the entry ends abruptly in the middle of a sentence. Fascinating. Right, this mass grave is absolutely teeming with those skeleton riflemen. They don't seem to be interested in getting out, but you could definitely jump in there if you were itching for a fight. There's one wandering in the end of the pit nearest you. Alright, let's have a scrap. He's quick. Oh wow. Okay, ouch. Do you mind? So his muscle, mysticality and moxie are quite high, so I'm going to cast that spell. -3 to all stats, and then I'm going to shoot him for 23 damage. We should be able to deal with him very quickly. -6 HP. It's not too bad. 29 hot damage, that sounds good to me. Let's sparkly, and boom. and then we'll just shoot him. Nice! Victory. We get a military grade whiskey. Yeah, that's quite nice. Hooray! No, walk away from there. I want to look here. No name on this stone. No name on this stone. No name on this stone. We still can't harvest. So, okay, let's hop back in again. We'll get 2 this time. Ow. I said ow. Okay, so I'm going to have to hit 1 first. And then I'm going to have to shoot him. Okay, that's not fire. Could you stop, please? I'm going to take my bean shield because I'm going to die otherwise. Plus 4 armour. Not great. 25 to 28 hot damage. Not quite enough. 40. Oh no. It's quite a lot though. Let's smack him. And then I'm going to have her build some cover in front of me, which I don't think is going to be enough. I may die. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Right, so let's kill this dude here. 25 to 28, 13 to 14. It's going to have to be that one. Attack. So he's dead. Let's then go and shoot the other guy. I may need to do a bit of spelly on him. Oh, I can't do any spells. I have no action points remaining. That's fine. So let's do 23 to 26 hot damage. And shoot him to death. But right, I don't think I want to go back in that pit. Despite the fact that I get plenty of XP. I'm surprised there's nothing to do with that. Let me just check my character skills here. So, I do want to level up some of these. So, Bean Golem, yeah, is a tempting one. I do like the Butterbean one. Still, yeah, we'll take that. I could do it again. I've got 120 XP, but I'm going to take the Bean Shield, I think. And then Lava Father. I might as well level up all of those basic ones. And then Mysticality is something I want to level up as well because I'm a bean slinger. But I also want to do something like the which one is it? Which it's grit, isn't it? Which gives me maximum HP. Okay, we'll do Mysticality twice, and we'll leave it alone. Lockpicking expertise might be good. We will come back to that later if I get another fight. I'm guessing there's supposed to be like a flushing hand or something that I'm supposed to find. Okay, I can't do anything with the flag. Okay. Right, okay, I may come back to that later. Not too sure. So that's that one done. Let's go to the Lost Dutch Oven Mine, which I found earlier. Right, you come upon a rushing river, where a family of 4 is attempting to cross. Bridge is only wide enough for 2 at a time. If only one lands will light the way. Okay, yes, we know this quiz. We will just help them solve the puzzle and continue. Okay, now I've just leveled up, so I'm going to go for some speed. Yeah, because I don't want to be caught out like before. Can't do anything with there. Let's talk to Susie. Oh, dang, it's one hell of a stink coming from that mine. Yeah, I'm not happy about it either. Are you planning to go in there, or can we just leave? Sadly, I am planning on going in there. Not that I know where. Oh, I've got stench resistance. Oh no, I took the stench resistance off. So let me... so in this hand here, it was these, wasn't it? Okay. Okay. Right, let's carry on. Looters, yes, okay, that's fine. Loot those lockers. We've got a gas mask. Oh, that could be interesting. Huh, could have used this 5 minutes ago. So if I go back here, so that is... that's really bad, actually. Because that, yeah. Okay, I will leave that for the moment. Okay, instant grits and soda crackers. There's a spittoon. Let's inspect it. Alright, fine. Okay, I can't do anything with it. Are you kidding me? Inspect. Inhale. Imagine someone made a big pot of chili con carne and left it under the porch. 3 rats crawl into the pot, eat half the chili and then die. Oh, a week later, family cockroaches takes up residence inside among the writhing maggots. Cockroaches smoke thick black cigars which they light with tufts of burning human hair. Search it. Fortunately for you, the rainbow-coloured film on the surface of the liquid coats your hands as you plunge it into the toxic stew, keeping it from being immediately dissolved down to the bones. The smell intensifies and your stomach prepares to hose the poisons off of your arm with a high-pressure steam of vomit. Your fingers touch something at the bottom of the spittoon. Better pull it out fast while you still have something to pull with. You pull the world's most disgusting pair of pants out of the spittoon and jump back as the whole of the spittoon's bottom, now unplugged, begins to leak steaming filth. Congratulations, you're the proud owner of the world's worst object I've ever been paid to think about, narrowly defeating a leather bondage harness made from the skin of a clown. Spit-soaked pants. Lovely. I'm just going to turn that music down, that is really loud. There we go, that should be better now. So let's just check those out. +2 armour and +2 speed. That's actually not too bad. Instead of some minus pants, which is +2 armour. So yeah, we'll just pop those on. And I'll be disgusting to everyone I meet. Pre-open that sulphur match and dynamite. This one's already been picked over. This cart is empty. Where's it? Lift. Oh, I can't oil it. Where do I get the oil from? It's not in there. I've already done that. So I need to get some oil from somewhere. Interesting. Okay, we need to find some oil and come back. Okay. We've already done there, we've done there. Right, well I guess we go to the cave. Not the cave, the circus. Oh no, let's go to this ranch actually. You find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read Property of Fort All-Dead Library. Well, we'll dig through. Got an Advanced Beancraft Volume CLI. Continue on. Well, I'm going to the circus apparently, I wanted to go there. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. Yeah, I hear you. Them fellas put me right off my feet. They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Oh sure, you mean the old tales about demon cows and demon clowns fighting down in hell? Yeah. And how rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles and it became a traditional thing. I remember them stories from when I was a young'un myself. I ain't thought about that in decades. Don't be found in your britches though. These clowns is just fellas in makeup. Okay. So I just want to double check. Yeah, I've got no XP. That's fine. Okay. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to do is deal with a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. I remember that. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal travelling circus, so sure. Too many S's and H's. How can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. I'd like to run away with the circus. No, I'm going to see the circus. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. And presumably you can sell me one? Well, certainly, but it's my job after all, sir. For you, sir, ticket will cost 5,000 meat. What? Okay. Why is it so expensive? Well now, there's no podunk little travelling circus. We've got rides, games, foods, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Okay, tell me more about Barnaby Bob. Barnaby Bob. Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses the target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on the head or something? Oh right, sure. Okay, so the rides, well I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on. And the games, we've got tons of them. Just 3 counts tons? That's more like some. Oh, we've got some of them. And the food, well we got your favourites, popcorn, sarsaparilla and the fancy new bottle caps. And get this, did you hear about that new thing a fellow invented, cotton candy? Yes, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we figured out how it works. Mostly. More or less. You're not doing a very good job of selling me this. Well, whatever do you want? Whatever do you need? I don't have any outfoxing. Never mind. Right, I do have 5,000 meat, so, I mean, I'm going to have to buy it. I'd like to see the circus, please. And presumably you can sell me one. Buy a ticket. Wouch. Well, okay, I guess you bought yourself a ticket. Let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go, enjoy the show. How about my partner? Partner's getting free. Thanks. I imagine there's somewhere where I could kind of sneak in. I was hoping I could just walk around there. Foraging. Okay, let's go in then, into the circus. You stroll into the circus, actually I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs, and find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen of the patrons besides yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at the booths and so on, more clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. Right, let's read this. Read the sign. Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. More tickets here. Howdy fella, can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks, not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat, and for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, 300 meat. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, but all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come in, take your time, have a good look around, just remember, no touching. There's eggs. Have a closer look. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colourful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, Clown Eggs. In the circus community, it's traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that's already been used. It's considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in this circus. You recognise a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent, and the ticket seller clown out front. Step back please, no touching. Okay, these are filled with things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They most certainly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of a snake without a head or a tail, weird crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge gross pale grubs, like fat featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face on an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Gah! Aha! Got you pretty good there, bear. Buddy, what in the world is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. Okay. Should have seen your face about jump right out your boots. Ugh. There's just an eye. This guy is a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Garfield. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. Take a closer look at him. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what seems to be a first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things though. First, he has an odd lump at what you'd call the base of his skull if he had one, a sort of crumpled fleshy mass that looks the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So this circus gig, how'd you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Understand. I mean, do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. Okay, see you around. His man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a little bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there, welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Garfield. Delighted to meet you. So, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Garfield. I am in a sideshow after all. It is an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same with his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising? Yes, a bit. Yeah, how is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head so his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. 2 minds in one body with 2 faces? It would be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind, with, as you say, 2 faces. You're right, that doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I became to be this way if you don't mind. Okay, sorry, no apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow with a regular suit and haircut? You could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. At the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. Talk to you later. There's a woman in carbonite. A lady here with her head sticking out the hole of a large metal box. It's incredibly noisy over here as well. Hello. Hello there. Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet. And you? Garfield? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Garfield. Are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, don't you think? I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? I'm sorry. Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moses over. He unlocks the door in the front of the box, throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquid of various sorts, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, and begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's horrifying? No, it's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something. No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. That's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Okay. You watch the various liquids slosh around in our tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. We've got anatomical learning. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice to meet you, Janet. So long. Okay. Well, these are mirrors. Okay, look at myself. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. The mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. This mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. You look in the mirror again, and the clown you is still there, staring. Very slowly, his mouth opens into a wide grin, revealing multiple rows of yellow, pointed, shark-like teeth. Not wanting to keep looking, but unwilling to turn your back on it, you slyly sidle away until it's no longer visible. Swallowing hard, you approach the mirror again. It's empty. Not only is the clown you gone, you don't show a reflection at all. Okay. You look in the mirror again, you see your limbs stretched out like Sassy, twisting around like the tentacles of an octopus. You can hear your joints creaking, and your muscles feel like you've gone through a ringer. You gain an effect called Saw, which I can't see what that is. Okay. Talk to this guy here. Howdy fella, welcome to the slideshow. Thanks, what's to see in here? I mean, I've already seen it all, but it's fine. Well, down the left we have our collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here we have exhibits of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further down to the right is our Freakshow. Feel free to explore, and I'll be here if you've got any questions. What's with those weird mirrors? Ain't they right? That's what they call an optical illusion, as I understand it. It has to do with the way the light reflects off of them. I'm 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by the reflection of light. No telling what you might see if you look too long. Aha. Okay, can I ask you more questions? Ask a question. About these people, you mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favourite. Nice quiet fella. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales at school. Since the old guy can't talk though, you can ask me about him if you want. Okay, what can you tell me about him? Not much to be afraid. I'm afraid to be honest. He joined us about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where did he come from? No idea. Weird idea. You think fella looks like you'd read about him in all the papers? Well, yeah. How did he get like that? Couldn't tell you. I bet you've got a theory at least. Well, maybe he saw something no human fella could ever see. Why is he locked to his chair? You know it's a joke. Real shame that is. Fella's a bit unpredictable. Has a violent spell once in a while. Don't you worry, none. I'm keeping an eye on him. Haha. Okay, bye. So, does that unlock anything? Can you go? Okay, so this circus gig. See? Okay, we'll see you around. Okay, that's fine. We've already spoken to him enough. And then, can I ask you a question? How are you feeling? If you're referring to my condition, don't worry, I've grown accustomed to it more or less. How did this happen? Okay, so she can't talk. Interesting. Okay. Alright, well, we've been through the sideshow. I've got very little in the way of meat now. Red Hots, called the clown behind this food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, two kinds of mustard. There's also a small sign that says lost and found. I'd like to see lost and found. Okay, yeah, just figured if you see anything you liked. Look, there's no such thing as an honest thief. You've got to pick one or the other. Sorry. Okay, cold drinks. No, it's fine. We don't want any cold drinks at the moment. Tepid candy. Oh, and a balloon. Give me a balloon. How much are they? For you, just 30 meat. I'll take one. Okay, got a balloon. What can you tell me about the circus? Yep, okay, that's fine. What are your travelling plans? Haven't decided yet, that's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keep things relatively quiet while we scout around, get the lay of the land a little. Where did you travel from? Was your previous stop interesting? Oh, northwest-ish. It was a little hole in the ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Ho ho. Why is everyone working here in clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, what do you call them, rodeo stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the year, it just became the normal things for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? The boss is a real famous showman, though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Ho ho, got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show, it's real highlights. Okay then. Alright, what do you got? Step right up, fella. Step right up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the word. Spun sugar. Okay. No cotton, it's indigestible. Okay, how do you make it? How much does it cost? Just 300 meat. Alright, I'll take one. The clown puts his slide whistle down on the counter, ducks underneath, and comes back up with a paper cone which he holds in the mouth of the metal box. He pulls down a lever, and a machine makes a thin squealing sound as glittering white spun sugar collects around the paper cone in a fluffy cloud. Thanks. Okay, so I've got a balloon, which does what? I can just sell it. And cotton candy increases your speed by 3 for the rest of the day. That's pretty cool, actually. Let's read the book quickly. So we can learn Blood Beans, Great North Blizzard, or Use the Old Bean. So Blood Beans, a skill that lets you regenerate health during combat. That's quite nice. There's a whole set of recipes for ice cold bean desserts. A spell which deals cold damage. Okay. And there's a list of meditation techniques to help you concentrate while cooking and or fighting. Increases my mysticality, so I can spell or use a spell and then use a spell again. But I'm going to learn Blood Beans, I think, because that makes the most sense. That was loud. 4. Oh yeah. Okay. Cold drinks. What kinds do you have? Got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about celery? Nope. Lemon lime. Pomegranate. Rhubarb. Orange. Snozzleberry. Lemonade. Brownie circles. Okay. Do you make the drinks yourself? If you're asking if we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of soda in a travelling caravan, no. We stock up as we pass through large towns. How much are they? 205 meat. Okay. I'm going to go sarsaparilla. Because I like the sound of it. Let me just check that. Sarsaparilla. Okay, it's 3 moxie. Okay. Right, I've already been through there. This extremely muscular clown. Okay. The clown crosses his arms and grunts. Stage show ain't until later. When? Later. Yes, but when exactly? Later. Okay, jeez. Let's take a closer look. Howdy there, fella. What we have here is a game for sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck. What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, we've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined. I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, I'm going to shoot from the hip. You shoot the balloons until the pistol jams. You manage to pop a few, but not very many. The clown nods. Yep, bad average. Not enough to win a prize though. Dang it. Okay, I might come back to that one later. Test your mind. Oh, what are you? There's a kid here searching around with a sad look on his face. I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny still, and it's on a little chain. Okay, then. This clown here selling rubber toy balloons. Oddly, he looks exactly like the other one, although I guess it's hard to tell, really, with that makeup and all. Weren't you on the other side of the midway just now? Nope, that's the other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face paint. You're not supposed to use the same face paint. Okay, I'm good, thanks. Right. Well, howdy there, fella. This game is a challenge of your strength, and I hope you don't mind me saying you prefer one of the other games. If you care to try your luck, though, I won't stop you. What's the game? Okay, I'll give it a shot. Hit it kinda hard. Okay, good solid try. Right. Take a closer look. Right. Step right up, fella. You step right up. If I may say so, you've got the look of an intelligent and learned individual about you, and I happen to have a game here to put those faculties to the test. What's the game? The simplest guessing game is imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I'll show you all the faces, then I'll turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, sir. If you can memorise the deck cards that fast, you're more power to you. And or if you've got a touch of magic and you want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep, eh? Okay, let's give it a shot. So 20 mysticality, give it a whole lot. It's number 3. That's not too bad. Not enough for the win the grand prize, but you deserve some recognition for that, my friend. You got a small plush owl. What does that give me? +5 spell damage. Ooh, that's quite nice. Okay, so my aim's rubbish. So how do I get in there then? Like... Okay. I mean, I've got nothing more I can do in here. Inspect more closely. Okay, leave the shelf. You don't give me anything. Can't do anything with the mirrors, so why can I not go to the show? Okay, quite a hoopla going on here. No kidding, I guess word goes around. Yeah, entertainment's a real premium in this neck of the woods. Yep, want a balloon? Nah. What do you think we should do next? Yeah, that's fine, okay. Any other ideas? Yes, okay, thanks for the reminder. Okay, well we might come back there later then. It does say I can re-enter. It doesn't say when I can come back here. So let's leave. Because I can go back in, so that's fine. So let's leave. Let's go back down here. Let's go back down to Dirtwater, because after all we do have... Ooh, at the side of the trail you see a small hell calf really. As it snorts at a patch of brush, lighting it on fire and starts grazing. Kill it! I'm going to kill it anyway. Get the jump on them. Right, okay, so I have... Do I not have a new spell? Where's my regen spell? Did I not learn it? Or do I have to put a point into it? I don't know. Okay, well, it's quite tiny actually. 35 volt damage is just going to kill it, so that's fine. Boom. Okay, that's fine. 10 XP, roasted cow tongue, 26 meat, and we get extra thick leather. Nice. So in Jewel Saloon, trying to fix him. Pick the lock. You open the hatch and check out the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong, given all the plinking and springing and clicking noises come out of the gears and stuff. It looks pretty complicated. I see what's wrong. You recalibrate some springs and rearrange some gears, and the machinery inside starts operating smoothly. The music improves immediately. Nothing to it. Sounds the same to me, but alright. Hey Lloyd. I fixed the piano player for you. Thought so. You're sounding much better. Thanks a heap, Garfield. I'll offer you a free room in exchange, but you've already got one. No worries, Lloyd. Need help with anything? Nope, everything's right as rain here. If you're looking for work, might ask the jailhouse. Okay. So, let's just double check my character again. Got some glamour, grit. No, we can do muscle, moxie. Or we can do outfoxing. There's blood beans. Ah. So it's automatic. Oh, that's quite nice. I kind of want to do that then. Right, I thought it would be a spell, but it's not. So let's ask at the jail again, see if there's anything here. We've done all these apart from this one on the far left. House in the Desert Gang. So we haven't got them yet. Because we haven't gone across the desert, which is over this side, I believe. Yeah, somewhere over here. Okay, we've got one more ranch up here to go to, so let's go do that quickly. Let me give me a needle, thank you. Ranch punch. Okay, nice. Hello, who are you? Hey, like howdy, I'm selling herbal remedies. Care to buy? What kind of herbal remedies? The kind that are gifted to us by Gaia without any interference by human hands. So weeds. That's a derogatory term created by the man, but yeah, basically. Okay, I'll buy one. Got a herbal remedy. I need to check. Doesn't do anything. Well, thanks for that, love. Can't go in there. Dude, what are you? Yeah, howdy man, what's happening? Yeah, nothing. That's what I was wondering. Not much, man. We do this little patch of land to grow crops, but then we decided it's more natural to just let Gaia grow whatever she wants, right? I bet that's a lot easier too. Right on, man. Neat. Where'd you get that hat? Well, this, a friend of mine made it, man. I forget which one. What do you take for it? I've been thinking of trying a new style, man. Maybe like one of those hats the army guys used to wear back in the day. Like a kind of ironic statement, man. There's an old fort over yonder that way. Okay. You can have my patrol cap. So, strange head sack plus 4 muscle. I regret everything immediately. Alright, hats. Plus 2 armour, plus mysticality. Right, it's got to be that. Can I have my hat back, please? Howdy again. Dang it. I'm Louise Lothrop. Why the long face, Louise? Oh, geez, basically because I'm stuck here farming with a couple of dummies who don't know how to farm a dang thing, so they just let the weeds grow and call it natural. I'm so sick of eating dandelions I can scream. Why don't you leave? I haven't got any meat, or any other prospects, or anywhere to go. I mean, dandelions are terrible, but they're better than eating dirt. It's such a mess. I headed west after graduating baking school, fell in with these two because they talked a big game about natural grains. Fool I was, I didn't realise all they were really interested in was getting silly on loco weed and not doing any work. Okay, since you're looking for work, do you know someone that's hiring a baker? Heck, even unpaid work. I don't, sorry, but I can probably find one at some point. Garden. Well, that's depressing. No, I'm not going to these houses at all. No. Well then, that was a big waste of my time. So I'm guessing the last thing I'm going to have to do then is the railroad camp. Because I've done the rest of it. At least as best as I can, apart from the circus. I will go back up there at some point, but I'm going to leave it there for now. We're going to leave these hillbillies and these hippies to tending to their dandelions. But in the meantime, if you want to watch some more of this, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. It does help out the channel. And I'll see you for another West of Loathing next week.